Good, Mike?
Intimate.
All right, questions for Evan?
So how does it feel to be back in Tucson and playing for Arizona after going to school at South Point and just being a part of this community again?
Yeah, feels great to, first of all, be home, and then to be home, and then to be a part of this program that, I watched pretty much all my life growing up, to know the history that's behind this program and to now be a part of it, and to have the opportunity to play at the biggest stage in college basketball. I mean, it's the best feeling. It's been the best time so far. Yeah, it's been great.
You've had a journey that wouldn't necessarily be described as linear. To get to this point, how would you describe what that's been like?
Man, I was thinking about that the other day. You're right. It's off the beaten path, like you said, but I think it just shows people that there's not one way to get to where you want to go. Coming out of high school, going to Harvard, playing it out there, getting injured, and then finding my way back here. I never would have thought it was happened if you would have asked me 4 or 5 years ago, but I think it just goes to shows that there's not one way to achieve your goals. There's multiple roads, multiple paths. If you just keep working every day, you can make it happen.
What was the injury that you had?
Achilles.
Okay, and that caused you to miss an entire year or most of it?
Yeah, my whole junior year.
And correct me if I'm wrong, the Ivy League still has the policy that there's no red shirts?
No
You
red
get 4
shirt.
years of eligibility?
Well, I'm not sure on the Ivy League rule, but I know at Harvard we did not do any red shirts. So
So you knew at that point, when you missed a season, that you were going to have another year?
medical red shirt, yeah.
At what point did you realize, that you were going to start looking around? During this past season, you knew that was happening?
I mean, it was in the back of my mind. I knew that I'd have the opportunity if I wanted to play another season of college basketball as a graduate student. But I didn't want to get too worked up in that. Just wanted to stay in the moment and finish it out with my team. So, yeah.
How did this all come together in the recruiting process, having you come back to Arizona?
Yeah. TJ Benson actually our season was already over, but towards the end of this team's season, reached out to me when I was in the portal this past spring, and pretty much from that moment on, just developed that relationship, came out to visit me, and it was really, a quick process because, I knew this was where I wanted to be.
Balancing an Ivy League education while still playing basketball, and of those lessons that you learned, what do you think you'll be able to bring here to kind of help you, manage and just get fit in the culture here?
Yeah, it was a lot. Coming out of high school and dealing with that heavy course load, and then having to balance basketball on top of that. You try to, I don't know. You figure it out very quickly that you got to sleep, you got to do your homework, and then you gotta, either socialize or spend your time doing whatever it is you need to do to be, the best you can be on the basketball court. So it was a learning process, but once you get used to it, you put systems in place. That stuff kind of starts to take care of itself. And Coach Amaker and his staff does a great job of, getting guys acclimated to that. As far as what I think it could bring me here at Arizona, I don't think anything will really change for me. I want to push myself in the classroom. And it's funny, people have said that I came here because it's the Harvard of the West, but I think as far as in the basketball world and in the sports world, nobody has an alumni network like Arizona. You see where guys have been not only in the NBA, but just in the professional sports world and broadcasting, there's not a lot of opportunities at other schools outside of Arizona where people, I could have the opportunity to network. So, yeah, I'm going to push myself and be the best player I can be on the court, but I'm also going to learn a lot basketball-wise, and then, try to make the most I can be of being a Wildcat. So,
Really quick, what are you studying?
I'm getting a master's in sport and recreation leadership.
What was your undergrad?
I got a bachelor's of arts in sociology.
So there's been a lot of players from Tucson have played for Arizona, but not many have been rotation players. It's been a long time since a player from Tucson was a rotation player. What have the conversations been like with Coach Lloyd? Is that something you feel like you're going to have, or is it something you feel like you have to work for and earn in the preseason?
Yeah, I'm going to definitely have to work for it. We've got a star-studded class of freshmen and returners, so every day it's a grind to, try to earn those minutes, like you said. Given that, Coach Lloyd has been very encouraging to me and for everybody on our team. But for me, it's been about, when and if I do get those minutes, it's about being as aggressive as I can be, defensively, offensively. And so, yeah, I think there will be those opportunities, hopefully, and just making the most of them when I do get out there and do have the opportunity to play some minutes.
What are you thinking about pursuing once basketball is over as a career?
Yeah. Haven't thought about it too much yet. Well, a little bit. But I'm going to play this year out, and then I think it'll either come down to playing professionally or hoping to get into the college basketball coaching world. So
this has kind of been your dream school, right? And obviously, as you said, your path was not direct to get here. But now that you're here, the dreams turn into a reality. What's the experience been like? Do you feel like you fit in? Do you feel like you belong?
yeah, definitely. I think starting out, I had a welcome to Arizona basketball, welcome to the Big 12 moment of being in a workout with JB and Braden Burries, and these guys are a little bit bigger than me, and JB just running through me. I fell over. He made a layup. Everybody's welcome to Big 12, and I'm just like, But no, I definitely feel like I belong, and to be an RJ and just look at just the guys who are on the wall, Derek Williams, Richard Jefferson, Mike Bibby, guys like that, even Coach Jason Gardner. It just puts into perspective that lineage of history and just hard work. And yeah, I do feel like I belong here, and I am happy to be a Wildcat.
Did you go to a lot of games growing up?
Growing up, I say in high school for sure, when I was able to get recruited and didn't have to pay for tickets, I was able to come and watch the DeAndre Ayton teams and Alonzo Trier, Parker Jackson Cartwright, games like that. And then I came to, Sean Miller basketball camps and developed relationships with some of those players, Kyle Fogg namely. So yeah, I did come to games for sure.
How would you describe your relationship with Jaden Bradley so far?
It's been great. I mean, he's a phenomenal point guard. He's a tremendous leader and a great person off the court, very funny kid. Every day I just come in and just try to push him to be a better player. I think, I'm older than him, but he's taught me a lot basketball-wise. And then, but I think hopefully he's learned some things from me too. And as long as we continue to just push each other, communicate, and try to be leaders on this team, I think we can help this team go pretty far.
You're in a unique spot where you're a grad student, but you're also new to the team, right? There's a lot of youth on this team, maybe more than Arizona is used to. How are you balancing kind of learning the culture, learning the vibe here, but also being a leader and helping mentor some of the younger players on the team?
Yeah. This is something I've been thinking about, and it's a good question. The beautiful thing about having a young team, but also having core returners, guys I said like JB, Deli, Tobe, and Mo, who this is the core, the nucleus of our team. I mean, they've done a good job leading by example as far as, when we're in the weight room, we're working as hard as we can. When we're in the court, we're attentive and we're also pushing ourselves. The younger guys coming in, they don't know anything different than pushing themselves and working as hard as we can. So establishing that as our culture, it's like we get to start fresh, we get to start new, and having that be our identity. So, I mean, the culture, I think it's going to take care of itself, given, we've even had past guys come in last week, Carter Bryant and Caleb Love, who's still here. Having those guys come back, I think that even speaks to the culture that's been established and helps the younger guys feel settled in, helps me feel settled in. And yeah, I mean, it's been pretty seamless and it's been easy.
What do you remember about winning the state championship with Point?
I just remember being very tight with my teammates off the court, and you know, I know it was a very hard accomplishment, but we all trusted each other so much and spent so much time with each other off the court that it was like we knew very early on that we were going to win and that it was ours to lose. So I just remember the gauntlet we had to face to get there. I mean, going through Catalina Foothills and then Peoria, and just the feeling of being on top was great. Yeah.
Thought about the fact that if that had taken place maybe, or if the championship game had been scheduled maybe like 2 weeks later, it might not have ever happened because the whole world shut down.
Yeah, I do. I'm very thankful that we did get to finish out that season, and I'm telling guys on our team that I graduated in 2020, and like Bryce James is like, "You're 6 years, like COVID, what?" And I'm just like, they all feel bad for me, and they're like, "You're really old." But no, I do think about that, and it is a crazy that we got to finish that. Yeah.
Anything else, Fred? All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Thank you, guys.